Hi, this is Sandy from Hills of Africa Travel, and I just returned from the most amazing trip leading clients to Zimbabwe. We went to Wangi National Park, we went to Victoria Falls, and we went to two different properties in Botswana, King's Pool in the Linyanti area, and then Duba Plains, which is in the northeastern part of the Okavango Delta. And Africa always steals my heart. I come back from a trip to Africa and I always have this really strange kind of period where I really just want to move back to Africa and live with my family there. But my husband is determined that we're going to live here, and so for a few weeks after returning from Africa, my heart is still in Africa, and it's a little difficult for me to get back into life. There's something about Africa that steals your heart, and we've had tons of clients that have come back from a trip not having really wanted to go, but they've gone because they've either got a daughter that's living in Cape Town, or um, they are meeting clients there, and they come back and they are just changed forever and wanting to start planning their next journey. So I just wanted to spend some time telling you about my recent trip to Africa, particularly Duba Plains and the lions of Duba Plains. So I'm going to take you on a little journey to show you a little bit about my trip to Africa with some clients that I recently led there in March. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that you are able to share the magic of Africa with your friends, for those of you that have traveled. And for those that haven't, I encourage you to book a trip to Africa and see how your life changes after you have been to Africa, because there really is something magic about Africa that just changes your life forever, and you will find your reason why in life and your reason for everything that you do, and I promise you that your life will be better. So the Okavango Delta is in Botswana and is one of the most remarkable places. There's water pretty much everywhere, and there's really, really good game viewing. And Duba Plains is located in the northwestern part of the Okavango Delta. And here at Duba Plains, the highlight is the lions and buffalo and the interaction between the two. There are three different prides in the Duba Plains area. It used to be one big pride, and they have recently split into three. One of the prides is very much away from the other two prides, and then the other two prides interact, but the one pride definitely doesn't interact. There's also really good elephants, and the birding is phenomenal. You get to see so much there. So here's a picture of, it was actually our very last day at Duba Plains, and we were fortunate to see the lions starting to interact on our third day in the Duba Plains area, and they had pushed the buffalo into a certain area and were beginning to do their chase. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it at the end, but this is where we decided that we wanted to stay an extra night in the Duba Plains area, but we couldn't. So that's why sometimes things like this happen in life, so that you are encouraged to go back. And this was one of those moments where we decided we couldn't change our plans, and we really wanted to, but we now have a reason to go back, to go and find the buffalo and lion again. And the buffalo here is about 1,000 head of buffalo altogether, but they had been split by one of the prides, so there were about 500 in the group that we saw. And Duba Plains is only 6 rooms, so very small and intimate. They have very nice accommodations, very plush and gorgeous, all overlooking the Vlei in front of you, which is actually full of water. But at night you can hear the elephants coming by and the hippo munching away at the grass and trotting around in front of your tent. It's glorious. The swimming pool is a great little afternoon nap if you don't want to sleep in your room, and the food is phenomenal. The chef that we had was just such a lovely guy, Steve. In fact, my clients who are on the left-hand side of the picture wanted to bring him back home to Hilton Head. They absolutely loved him and wanted to employ him. They loved him so much. The food was just amazing. But the days at Duba really are about the lion and buffalo. So you can go out in the morning and Steve will organize for your food to come out if you've found the lion and the buffalo interacting. It's all about making your experience the most special. So he will actually bring your food out to you on your game drive. Here are just a few pictures of some of the animals that we saw, and it's just the most special place in the world. I absolutely love it. You can see the buffalo a long way away because the egrets are hovering over the buffalo. So even though you can't see the buffalo, you know that the buffalo are there because the egrets are there. And generally you'll find, if the buffalo are around, you'll find the lions pretty close by. Our guide, 007, he's just such a character, and he's actually from the local community, and he has been working in the Duba Plains concession for about 17 years, so he knows the area very, very well and has lots and lots of stories to tell. Such a character, and you will absolutely love him. The bridge on the right-hand side has just been completed and is one of the longest bridges over the Okavango Delta waters. So Duba Plains is home to Madita and Silver Eye, whom you've seen in The Last Lions. We were very fortunate to see Madita. This is her. She was in the Last Lions movie, and the movie was really about her, and we were very fortunate to see her. I am a lover of the Last Lions and the movie, and it's just such a special movie, and I encourage you to go and watch it. It's about the lions and how they have been going down in population for so many years. But it was such a treat for me to see Madita in the flesh. I actually don't have too many photographs of her. Here she is again, but we saw her the one day walking around, and then of course, because it was in the midday in the heat, she would just lie down and collapse and go to sleep. Here's a picture of her and her family. Madita is in one of the prides where they've got 7 lions, and then there's another pride of 6 lions which we saw on our final day, and part of Madita's family was another lioness that we saw that had 2 baby cubs, brand new baby cubs. So that was a real special. They were about 2 months old, and they were just playing around in front of the mum and trying to bite the mum's tail and just really having a really lovely time. Here's one of those cubs, and when we first saw the lioness, she's actually nicknamed Machine Gun, but she was outside and we didn't realize that she had cubs with her at this particular point. And as we drove around a corner, we saw the little cubs fast asleep underneath the growth. So we came back in the afternoon, and we were treated to a real special interaction of the cubs playing with their mum whilst the mum looked out trying to see what was going on. And here's a cute little picture of them having fun. So part of the experience at Duba is being in these massive jeeps, which are specially designed by Derek and Beverly Joubert, the owners of Great Plains Conservation and Duba Plains. And we had a very fun experience the one day where we got a puncture in one of these big tires. so we had to get a new tire, and they specially ordered, and the one in camp wasn't working, so we got a little tire and we nicknamed the little tire Shorty. So we're coming home the one day and we got stuck in the mud and we had to get another vehicle to come and pull us out. But that's all part of the experience, and what a fun way to spend your day looking at the lions and then have these fun moments where you are talking to the driver and nicknaming him, and nicknaming the tires. And Shorty really looked after us. Our tire, we nicknamed him Shorty. One evening we spent, after seeing the lioness with her two baby cubs, we spent the evening having cocktails and looking at the hippos. A lovely evening, and just a fun way to end the day with your gin and tonic and enjoying the sunset and reminiscing about your day and all the special treats that you had along the way. So on our final day, we'd been there 3 nights and this was the final day, and our flight was due to leave at 11:30, and we found the pride of 6 lions. Now the pride, I was telling you about the other pride, the third pride, which has silver eye. Unfortunately, we didn't see silver eye. The one day we went out on a game drive and we went up to Paradise Island, or looking over, you can't actually get to Paradise Island, but we were looking over at Paradise Island and we could see the buffalo, and I was just crying in my heart because I really wanted to see Silver Eye, but her pride was over across on Paradise Island, which we couldn't get to. But anyway, on the final morning, our flight was due to leave at 11 o'clock, and so we got out there bright and early, 5:30 in the morning, and we found this pride of lions. They, during the night, had found the buffalo and were resting on this anthill. And we were so fortunate. We got to see the lions, the 6 lions, walking towards the buffalo, and started their move of getting the buffalo into a certain location so that they could start their preparations for a kill. It was quite special. As you can see, they're really hungry, and I'm not sure what happened that day, but I know that I'm going to be back. And as we were leaving, and we were saying to 007, shall we change our flights? Shan't we change our flights? I really want to stay and see what's happening. We realized we couldn't. But this was our parting moment. The lions had actually moved the buffalo into a special area, and they were waiting until they were more gathered together, and then they were going to separate part of the pride. They'd actually managed to move the buffalo so that it was easy for them out of the waters area. So that is my special little experience at Duba Plains. We were so fortunate to see Mardi Tar, whom I absolutely love. Please, please, please go and watch the movie, The Last Lions. And maybe you can go and lose your heart to Africa the way I do every single time, but I come back encouraged and more determined to help people live the magic of Africa and to experience my Africa. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to helping you. And just remember that Africa will steal your heart, but you will be giving back in a major way, and you will find your reason why in life, and your life will be changed forever. So thanks again, and we look forward to helping you. This is Sandy from Hills of Africa. Thanks.